Hello, my name is John.
And I am Michael.
We are twin brothers who were separated shortly after birth, after our parents were killed in a tragic car accident.
I went to our mother's brother's family, and John went to our father's aunt's home because our uncle only wanted to care for one child and our great-aunt was only able to care for one on her own.
We will talk more about that later. Anyway, we are here to talk about the fact that we are both psychopaths.
Yes, believe it or not, we are. However, we are not exactly the same.
You see, I merely have the brain of a psychopath and a few psychopathic traits, whereas my brother here,
I am an emotionless killing machine.
Exactly. Only one factor separates us. I grew up in a good, loving home, and was a happy child. My brother here, however, did not.
I had a hard life growing up. Everything was okay until I was about 3. Then my aunt and my uncle began having marital problems. My aunt turned into a raging alcoholic and my uncle took his anger out on me. They kept me from the outside world. I was not even permitted to see my own brother. I had no friends, or pets, or love in general. There was nothing good about my childhood. I have not a single happy memory, and there are no photos existing of me smiling in my childhood. My aunt and my uncle made me who I am.
Just as my great-aunt made me who I am. She taught me values and loved me just as if I were her own child. Because of her, I am not like my brother, Michael, here.
There is another factor to this that my brother is leaving out. What genetics gave us.
Ah, yes. Of course. This is the one factor that could classify me as a psychopath. The way our brains work.
We were both born with our amygdala and our orbital frontal cortex, also known as the prefrontal cortex, not functioning properly.
Just so you know, the amygdala is the part of the brain that produces your emotions and is located near the center of the brain. The orbital frontal cortex helps you make decisions and is located in the front of your brain. Even though these two are far apart, they are highly interconnected.
These two together help you make calculated decisions, either based on your emotions or logic.
In a normal brain, they should easily aid you in making rational decisions. However, in psychopathic brains, such as ours, both are low functioning.
After I killed my aunt, uncle, and numerous others, I was imprisoned at the age of 17. I found out about a study on psychopaths' brains, and I quickly volunteered. I told them that I had a twin brother who wasn't going around killing people and they were interested in studying his brain as well. They contacted him,
to which I agreed and got on the soonest flight possible. We each were given an fMRI,
also known as functional magnetic resonance imaging. This machine measures levels of blood flow to certain areas of the brain as it is active. What?
Never mind. Anyway, we were subjected to a small test about pain. As we were in the machine, we would be subjected to watch a video of hands being slapped, pinched, and so on. We could not see the faces of the people. However, I could almost feel their pain and winced at every scene.
Unlike my brother, I felt nothing for those people.
The next part of the test was my least favorite. As we were being scanned by the fMRI, they did to our hands what we witnessed in the video.
He cried.
I have a low pain tolerance. And it looked like you were about to anyway.
That part got a bit of emotion out of me. I am not a fan of pain either.
Next came the results of this test. They first showed us Michael's brain scans. First they presented the scans when he was watching the video, and next the scans when the pain was being inflicted on him.
The results, as predicted, showed low levels of activity when I was watching the video in my orbital frontal cortex and in my amygdala. When the pain was being inflicted on me, There was a little more activity in those parts.
What happened next, no one was expecting. They pulled out my brain scans, and mine were almost identical to those of my brothers.
It was shocking, but the neurologists explained that we most likely had psychopaths in the family line.
Sure enough, we looked into our family history and we discovered we were related to many well-known psychopaths, including the supposed Jack the Ripper, artist Walter Sickert.
Shortly after, it was determined that the only reason John was not like me was because of the difference in our childhoods.
Yes. I suppose I am just the lucky one.
May I be honest with you, John?
Of course, my dear brother.
If we weren't surrounded by men with guns, and if this cleaver wasn't plastic, I would probably kill you.
I do not doubt that, Michael.
Anyway, that seems to be all the time we have.
Thanks for watching.